Ford is currently at a crossroads. The automobile giant is facing the consequences of a significant decision that resulted in multiple setbacks and consumer rejection. The company just made a U-turn by reaffirming its commitment to traditional combustion engine vehicles, a reversal led by CEO Jim Farley. In this video, we will look at why Ford had to shut down its electric vehicles EVs production. The F-150 Lightning, which was once Ford's flagship truck, is now facing extinction, as Ford has made the surprising decision to discontinue its production of electric vehicles EVs. Recent announcements by the company have indicated a sudden and dramatic halt to the manufacturing of the F-150 Lightning. Ford has provided a list of justifications when questioned about this decision, but the underlying problem appears to be a lack of demand for the vehicle. This shift has sent shockwaves throughout the industry, as the company had to halt its electric vehicle EV production abruptly and shift its focus toward more affordable combustion engine cars. The implications of this decision are nothing but a huge loss in revenue, as about 92,000 unsold EVs are remaining at dealerships. This significant loss is costing the company a staggering $4.5 billion in just a year. This development signifies a sad turn of events, highlighting the fundamental misalignment between the manufacturer's vision and the actual market demands. Recent reports reveal a grim reality, with F-150 Lightning sales plummeting by a staggering 46% in the third quarter of 2023, underscoring the struggles of the EV industry despite a 350% production surge. The market remains plagued by an excess of unsold EVs languishing on dealership floors, indicating a significant disconnect between Ford's positioning as a luxury car maker and the real needs of the consumer base. In an effort to stimulate demand, Ford has resorted to price cuts and substantial incentives, using federal tax cuts to attract potential buyers. However, even with a remarkable $115,000 reduction in the sticker price, the decline of the F-150 Lightning appears inevitable. In the current landscape, electric vehicles EVs face challenges that hinder their practicality, including insufficient charging infrastructure, range concerns, and the substantial initial costs consumers are likely to bear. This situation not only impacts Ford, but also poses a dilemma for its EV division. Despite significant investments in research, development, manufacturing, infrastructure, and training, Ford's EV division has encountered substantial financial setbacks. The company's commitment to EVs is evident through the construction of a $3.5 billion battery factory in Michigan. However, Ford's high labor costs and the recent price reduction of its electric F-150 Lightning pickup truck have contributed to a projected $4.5 billion loss for its EV division this year, in addition to the $2.1 billion hit the company took last year. Three primary factors contribute to this situation. Firstly, the transition from internal combustion engines to electric vehicles necessitates a huge investment in research and development, production infrastructure, and employee training. Ford's commitment to building a $3.5 billion battery factory in Michigan shows its dedication to this transition. Despite other companies like Tesla moving their manufacturing to less expensive locations such as China, Ford remains an American automaker that must offer competitive salaries to its employees. Sadly, Ford Motor Company had to stop the construction of a power plant in Michigan that would have utilized Chinese technology. This project faced opposition both locally and on Capitol Hill. Ford's choice to re-establish and operate the plant in Michigan was influenced in part by the Inflation Reduction Act. In recent months, company representatives expressed strong belief that the batteries produced at this facility would be eligible for all the production tax credits available under the law, covering battery cells, modules, and commercial and lease customers. The original plan was for the plant to employ 2,500 workers upon its launch. Secondly, Ford's pricing strategy has faced challenges despite benefiting from government tax incentives. The company reduced the price of its electric F-150 Lightning pickup truck in an effort to expand its market share and stay competitive. This price reduction was made possible due to more affordable raw battery materials, but it may result in short-term financial challenges. Garrett Nelson, an analyst with CF, has emphasized the stark disparity between Ford's marketing aspirations and the authentic desires of the consumer base. As the dust settles, Ford's radical shift in strategy has sparked a fundamental reckoning, challenging the very foundation of the automotive industry. Additionally, Ford dealers have been overpricing EVs and struggling to sell them, leading to significant markups ranging from $5,000 to $8,000 on each EV sold. Ford's expansion into the EV market has led to losses, which is common for traditional automakers when entering this competitive sector. Ford is leveraging its well-established brand to offset these losses while continuing to innovate. However, relying solely on brand image may not be sustainable if sales do not improve. A Ford F-150 Lightning starts at approximately $50,000 before factoring in federal tax credits of $7,500. In contrast, the starting price for a base model gasoline-powered version is less than $37,000. For General Motor Company's Chevrolet Blazer, the standard gasoline model begins at around $37,000, but the electric version commands a minimum price of $56,000 before considering tax credits. The cost of batteries that power electric vehicles, EVs, is higher than that of internal combustion engines, and it will take at least another 3 years for these prices to become competitive. Ford CEO Jim Farley spoke about the ongoing debate between gas-powered and electric vehicles. The company now accepts that there is still a substantial market for gas-powered cars alongside the growing electric vehicle market. Ford has partnered with Albemarle Energy Storage to ensure a consistent supply of lithium hydroxide for battery production, facilitating the company's goal of producing 3 million electric vehicles by 2030. This commitment to electric vehicles does not signal the abandonment of conventional internal combustion engine ICE automobiles. Ford's dedicated division, Ford Blue, focuses on hybrid and ICE vehicles and has ambitious growth goals. Ford Blue, the division dedicated to internal combustion engines and hybrid models, has ambitious plans for growth. Ford Blue's president, Kumar Gutra, revealed their intention to increase production by 160,000 vehicles within the next 10 months. In line with Ford, General Motors GM has also reaffirmed its commitment to internal combustion engine ICE vehicles, even as it invests heavily in electric vehicles (EVs). GM has announced an investment of over $2 billion this year in new full-size trucks, SUVs, and a new generation of V8 engines. Ford has made structural changes by distinguishing between Ford Blue for ICE and hybrid models and Model E for EVs exclusively. Jim Farley emphasized the ongoing importance of combustion engines in the U.S. market, especially for larger vehicles. While EVs represent the future, there's a current market reality that supports the continued production and development of gasoline and diesel vehicles, particularly for trucks and SUVs, which remain profitable even though EV sales are growing. The debate about banning ICE vehicles and mandating a rapid transition to EVs is a significant topic in the automotive industry, involving policymakers and the general public. According to Ford's top executives, ICE engines are far from being obsolete. They believe that the future of propulsion will be more diverse, with various systems between pure ICE and pure EV. Ford ranks third in hybrid sales behind Toyota and Honda, indicating continued demand for hybrid vehicles. Streamlining manufacturing, improving quality, reducing cycle time, and cutting costs can be achieved by reducing the number of vehicle variants in production, as demonstrated by Ford's decision to reduce the F-150's variations. Banning ICE vehicles could introduce new supply chain challenges, particularly as companies source EV-specific components, with a significant portion coming from China. This reliance on a single source poses potential risks, given geopolitical considerations. Jeep CEO has also expressed concerns about a 2035 ban on ICE, emphasizing the affordability issue of EVs that might exclude the middle class from vehicle ownership. Other automakers like BMW and Mercedes are exploring alternative technologies, such as hydrogen and ammonia fuel cells, aiming to reduce prices and provide more choices to customers. Ford strongly believes that ICE vehicles will remain a part of the market for the foreseeable future, with a focus on combining ICE with hybrid powertrains in popular models like the Maverick, Ranger, and Explorer Hybrid. Ford's abrupt decision to halt EV production, including the F-150 Lightning, has generated significant discussion in the automotive industry. While the future remains uncertain, Jim Farley's stance challenges the prevailing industry trend. Time will reveal the path Ford takes in the evolving automotive landscape. The questions about whether combustion engines should be banned or whether EVs are a scam continue to be subjects of debate and discussion. So tell us what you think. Should ICE cars be banned completely? Is Ford doing the right thing by supporting ICE cars and EVs?